$1 trillion market cap for XRP is one thing that a lot of us talk about, but people have a problem believing that such a thing could happen because of cognitive dissonance and also because of just not being able to see what's coming for XRP. But people who deal in the financial sector, people who are very, very savvy in cryptocurrencies, they can see what's coming for XRP. And it's not XRP moon boys or fanboys or YouTubers that are the ones that came up with this idea of XRP having $1 trillion and above market cap. It's people in the know, right? An example is the Omni Network, one of the co-founders called Austin King, who recently outlined how XRP as a token can get to $1 trillion market cap and beyond. So Omni Network, they themselves are a project, a blockchain-based project. They're ranked number 557 at the moment on the coins list, but they collaborate with XRP. So it's not a competition thing, it's a collaboration thing, right? So that's what I like to see. So I will link this article in the description as usual if you want to read it yourself. Austin King, founder of Omni and long-term collaborator with Ripple, outlined what he believes could push XRP to become $1 trillion asset. According to King, XRP's chances of reaching 1 trillion market cap could depend on interoperability and expanding its utility across the decentralized finance ecosystem. In a post that he made, he explained why this approach is important and how Ripple is setting itself up to capitalize on the opportunity. XRP could thrive on interoperability and tokenization. King stressed that the interoperability is the missing piece needed to take XRP to the next level. He highlighted Ripple co-founder Chris Larson's comments from a previous interview where Larson noted that while globalization has made progress in data and shipping interoperability, the finance sector lags behind. Notably, Larson argued that enabling seamless interaction between financial networks could onboard billions of people into a more inclusive global system. For context, Ripple's way of tapping into this potential involves leveraging its strong relationship with traditional finance companies to tokenize real-world assets on the XRP ledger. Interestingly, Ripple CTO David Schwartz has continued to stress this vision. Okay, so he's talking about real-world assets. We always talk about that over here, and interoperability with traditional finance. I have a video coming on interoperability with traditional finance, which highlights actually how Ripple is already on top of this stuff and the XRP ledger is forefront of the project. In one interview, Short noted that the company's long-term vision includes enterprise-focused products like stablecoins, asset tokenization, and lending services. These initiatives look to bridge traditional finance with DeFi. Notably, this could create opportunities for new revenue streams and expand the utility of XRP. He talks about his partnership with XRP, and then he believes it could generate up to 400 times more revenue for XRP than the current fee model by integrating tokenized assets in the $125 billion multi-chain DeFi economy. He also confirmed there are ongoing private discussions with Ripple leadership about future initiatives to advance the tokenization strategy further. So again, the tokenization strategy is forefront, and this is how trillions of dollars are going to flow into the XRP ledger. I believe that most of it is going to come from Asia, or at least a good portion of it from the real estate part of things. And I don't understand why I don't see more articles about that actually. Maybe I'm the only one that believes this, but it is so obvious to me. ETF wrappers and inclusion in US strategic reserve. So that's another way. Meanwhile, in addition to interoperability, two other catalysts that could support XRP's rise to $1 trillion market cap are ETF products and its potential inclusion in a US strategic reserve. So he's also saying that there are basically multiple avenues that this could happen. So we have obviously the ETFs, ETF wrappers is called them, but there's going to be ETFs by BlackRock and Fidelity and all those guys. So that's going to bring in traditional money, from trillionaires that don't want to deal with custody and all that sort of stuff, and they want to deal with a company that they recognize, BlackRock, who's been managing their funds for the last 500 years or whatever. So that's fine. There's going to be money coming from there. He also thinks that the US is going to buy or may buy XRP to include that in their hoard. Yeah. So again, we've talked about that ad nauseum now, and a lot of money is going to come from that. Yes. So specifically, several asset managers, including Canary Capital, Bitwise, Wisdom Tree, 21 Shares, and CoinShares, have filed application to launch XRP-based ETFs. The approval of such products could bring in substantial institutional investment and bolster demand for XRP. And of course, as of today, Grayscale has already been added to that list too. They too have filed for an XRP ETF. So the list grows. Industry experts believe that filings have a higher chance of approval under the new leadership at the SEC. This is true. Now that Gary Gensler has left, a lot of these companies are rushing out their applications, and they're a little bit more hopeful that they will be approved. I saw news this morning that Kraken has already started staking again. A lot of companies are returning to their senses since Gary Gensler has left, and they also believe that the new administration would be favorable towards them, and the SEC won't go after them anymore. Of course, Coinbase never stopped staking. They pretty much put a middle finger up to the SEC because they have enough money to do it, right? Kraken is probably tiny compared to Coinbase in terms of how much money and lawyers and stuff that they have. In addition, recent developments in the US policies have triggered bullish speculation. A recent executive order from former President Donald Trump established a presidential working group to evaluate crypto policies, including the creation of digital assets stockpile. Former president and president, just president, right? Even when you stop being president, you're still referred to as president. So it's still President Obama, President Bush, even after they leave office. I think it's an eternal title. As the largest made in America crypto asset, see, we're seeing that term everywhere now. Every article is talking about made in America, made in America, made in America. As the largest made in America crypto asset, XRP could be a strong contender for inclusion in the reserve. If realized, this potential development could massively bolster XRP's adoption and valuation, possibly contributing to its journey to the $1 trillion market cap. And then it gives some analyses on the market. So even though this article is fresh, I think the sentiments expressed, some are a little bit dated. You can see where it calls President Trump, former president, but then it does talk about having signed an executive order. So that is at least happened this year after the inauguration. Try to marry it to recent events. So there's been a lot more since then. A lot more companies have also filed for XRP ETF since then. Obviously, the President Trump is president. We're more sure now that XRP will be included in the hoard, and a lot has changed. And it's only a matter of time now before this is realized. XRP becomes $1 trillion market cap token, flipping Ethereum and heading for Bitcoin itself. I think that eventually it will flip Bitcoin to the horror and absolute, terrified reaction of Bitcoin maximalists. But you can't stop the X train. Not financial advice, do your own research. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Peace.